Here we go. Good evening and welcome to Blue Dream Love and Wellness. Tonight, before we start, I want you to just take a couple breaths and allow your energy from the day just to roll off of you. Let your shoulders drop. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I'm just going to connect to everybody's energy with a little prayer. Oh, beautiful. We have great energy. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, tonight, I drew a card for us, and I don't know if you can see this good, but this is called, let me see if I can get it over here, Stability. Is it not gorgeous? I think it's a lovely card, and let me read to what it's about. So we're going to tap it in. I don't know if everybody's ever done tapping before, but what we're going to tap in is I start up here at the top of your head. I lovingly create here at your forehead stability in my life over here on your cheek, and am grateful underneath your nose for how that makes me, underneath your chin, for how it makes me feel. So you go, I lovingly create stability in my life and am grateful for how it makes me feel. Now you can do other tapping too. You can tap here on your throat, you can tap on your thymus, you can tap here, you can tap this way, you can tap on your legs. There's many tapping points that we can use, but I thought that was a really cool card to draw tonight. I thought it was cool. Okay, we're gonna start right away. Now tonight, let's see if it's gonna let me do this. There we go. We're gonna start with the Empath aura. And it is such a cool thing. I found this on here. This is webinar 150. And I actually got something to explode. I love explosions, so I thought this was cool. And let me go up here. Okay. So everything in the universe, people, plants, everything, as we well know, is energy. And the energetic field extends well beyond our physical body, as we well know. And this is called our aura. Now, many people are blessed enough to see other people's aura, but tonight, if you don't know how to see aura, we're going to learn how. So we are able to detect its radiating energy, even if we don't realize. Per se, you walk into a room. Do you ever notice the energy of the room? Can you see the energy? Can you feel the energy? Can you notice if it's happy or if it's sad, or you notice somebody over in the corner that's withdrawn from everybody? That's energy. I'm sure everybody's felt it. If somebody's staring at the back of your neck and you felt that tingly mark behind your head. So there's actually 7 layers to your aura. When I first started discovering more about this, I was completely blown away by how beautiful the auras are. So there's 7 layers. The etheric layer is our physical sensations. The emotional, our personal feelings. The mental layer governs our thoughts and our patterns. The astral layer governs unconditional emotions. The spiritual layer is our etheric template and our higher will. The celestial governs the emotional template and our highest feelings, or our higher feelings. And the casual layer, of course, is our spiritual path, and our universal energy. So the first layer, the physical and the etheric bodies, it is the densest of the subtle energy fields and our electromagnetic body, because we're so physical. It exists within us and is around every cell, and it stores our vitality. It stretches 3 to 5 inches around the physical body and associated with the base of the sacral chakra. So what we're going to do, each layer, is we're going to test and see how everybody's chakra or aura is. So as a collective, we're going to do it as a collective. So I want everybody just to take a breath, and we're going to go in. Just let me connect again to everybody. You have some beautiful aura. I can just feel it vibrating. Let's see where we're at. It's not at 100%, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. And it's an energy, mental, broadcast, reject me. So we're going to remove this energy out of there. Everybody take a deep breath and blow it out and just let yourself be calm. Just drop your shoulders. Allow peace and harmony to flow in. Take a breath, blow it out slowly. And that one's up to 100%. Beautiful. I hope everybody felt that. Now, our second layer is our emotional body. These emotional layers is part of both the etheric layer and the lower astral layer, and it's connected to our personal feelings and the sacral and solar plexus, of course. So this is associated with feelings about yourself and the desires that would master us, so to speak, if we did not control them. And it's connected to all but the crown and the root. So let's see where everybody is here. We're only at 30% here. And it's a toxin, a heavy metal, and it's mercury from medical toxicity. Something hiding underneath there. And it's panic. So let's remove that panic and let's replace that with calm and remove that mercury toxicity. Everybody take a breath and let that float off of you. Still not there. Another toxin, and it's an excess, and it's a stress hormone. Walls of noradrenaline, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 body walls of noradrenaline around the aura layer. So we're going to release this. And everybody take another deep breath and just allow that to flow off of you. Good, 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 good. Everybody okay? Okay, beautiful. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Just unmute and ask, please. Now, the next one is the mental body. This is the third layer, and it's connected and concerned with our rational and our mental activity that we go through every single day, which is constantly changing. 1 minute we can be happy, the next we can be sad, and it flip-flops throughout the day, unless you're really a high vibrational person, and it stays beautiful all the time. So negative thoughts, as we know, attract negativity, but positive always attracts that beautiful positive energy that keeps us going. So this layer holds all we have learned in our entire lifetime. So our thoughts have a direct relationship with how we feel. So this layer is associated with both the solar plexus chakra and the throat chakra. So let's see where we're at here, please. And it's at 60%. And it's electromagnetic and it's radioactivity. There's radon. And there's walls of radon, 10, 100 walls. So we're going to remove those 100 body walls out of the aura layer 3, the mental body. Everybody take a deep breath, please, and let that escape through your teeth like shh. There's still something there. And it's humiliation. Just let that come off of you. Drop your shoulders. Let that air just come out a little bit slower through your teeth. Beautiful. There it goes. Good. We're at 100%. That's lower. Okay, good. That's level 3. Now 4 is the astral body. So this isn't associated with love and acts as a bridge between our lower chakras. So connecting us to the physical life and the higher chakras of our spiritual being. This is where all intuitive action actually takes place. And it's a great deal of our subconscious as it interreacts. Also, it takes place on this level where there's no division between the soul and the personality. So that's a big thing in there. So let's see where this is at. It's only at 40%. Nutrition and lifestyle, dehydrated. We're actually not utilizing our water because of a toxin, a food toxin. and food coloring. So this is in processed foods. It is. Oh, there's something hiding in there. It is actually corded to resentment. So we're going to release this cord of resentment, replace it with peace, and take that food coloring out of there. Take a breath and let it go out slowly. We're still at 80. And also not hydrating in your electrolytes either. It's environmental, it's agricultural, and it's a fungicide. Now, fungicides can be sprayed outside, inside. It can be vibrating in your body from a long time ago, or it can be vibrating just within the past few weeks. So let's release that. Everybody take a breath and just let that go completely. Let your shoulders, let it come off. I can feel it actually rolling. Now, it may make you a little queasy as this comes off. Everybody take a breath again. And blow it out just a little bit harder through pursed lips. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Now, the fifth layer is our spiritual body. This relates to the interaction personality of the soul and the divine will. So this level is associated with learning to trust. So the level would be in tune into what someone may dislike you, or you may dislike somebody, or when you feel something is wrong, that inner knowing that something is wrong. So our personality is the combination of all life patterns, and those learned from experience and also inherited by our DNA culture. So this is actually a miasm, and we're only at 50%. So it's mother, father, 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 father. 900 years. Sorry, I've got talking in my ear. I channel. And this is from a psychosomatic accident where somebody was seriously injured. Can I know any more? Not necessary. So let's just release this. Now, this one is going to be a little bit harder. So when you take in your breath, I want you to take it in from your belly and let your chest rise and blow it out very hard. Do it one more time, please. Just let your shoulders drop, let it roll off. It's going to make your neck a little stiff. Still something stick. There's a trapped emotion in here of failure. So let's get rid of the failure. And there it goes. Okay. Is everybody okay? Okay, take a deep breath for me again, just to let it completely flow off of you. Now, the sixth layer is the celestial body. And this is more subtle for others, and it relates to our finer feelings and our divine qualities, such as unconditional love, compassion, courage, and our higher aspiration. How beautiful is that? It is a plane of meditation rather than thought and contemplation. So it's the level of inspiration and the template for feelings about our own self. And the soul is nourished at this level by the beauty of nature, music, art, meditation, and prayer, which is so beautiful within itself. And we are all at 100% with this level, which is beautiful. I love it. Yes, great. So we don't have to breathe in that one, but go ahead and take a deep breath. So this is our seventh layer, the casual body. At this layer, we can experience spiritual ecstasy. And at times when we feel our connection to the universe, that big, huge universe. It is stronger and most resilient layer of all, and it contains the main current that runs up and down our spine, nourishing our whole body. So this layer of pure creativity and thought, the level of consciousness, as we understand perfect patterns of things and become enlightened, our souls and our life purpose. And we're at 40%. So let's see why this one's off. It goes to circuit and systems, and it's going to a meridian, the spleen meridian. And it's going to weakness. So let's see what's weak here. Circuits and systems, digestive system, and to the gallbladder. Great bitterness, hatred, panic again. And there's walls of panic. 100,000. So we're going to release those 100,000 walls of panic off of the gallbladder. Take a deep breath and blow it out hard for me, please. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's good. Very good. So within these 7 layers, we also work with these 7 beautiful chakras. As you all know, the crown, the third eye, the heart, the sacral, the solar, the throat, the root. But did you know that the 7 layers of auras, actually, there are 189 of the physical body, but there's more than 72,000 in the 7 layers of the aura. So people are wondering, where are these other chakras? You can remember that you have eye chakras, nose, tongue, mouth, shoulder, elbow, hand, hips, your organs, your glands, your knees, your feet, your toes. Everything has a chakra, and there's other nadas that are also a lower level than that come into play. So when we're working with those 7 chakras, we got to make sure that we balance all 7 layers that we're allowed to balance with our chakras, which is very interesting. I thought it was interesting. We'll have another talk about chakras. We naturally assume it is our body that creates the energy field of the aura, but it's the other way around. Because we are, after all, spiritual beings that happen to be having a human physical life, which is beautiful. The healthier we are physically, the more universal flow that energy will be creating, the harmony for our bodies and the balance our bodies are in for our lives. So when there is so much thing as ordinary aura, because everybody is amazing and everybody is beautiful and your auras are beautiful. Just remember how beautiful a creature you are, and just that you rock no matter what. So your auric energy system is fundamentally to your health. So most people tend to think of your aura as something that is around them, something kind of like a spacesuit. But the truth is, it's very different from that. Your aura, the amazing energy that you have, fills the whole space around you from deep within you, not the other way around. So it is comprised of 2 energies, the electromagnetic to strengthen our cells, that creates the force field that emanates through every part of your body, through your skin and beyond. And then the radiant and subtle ones that come from your energetic core that radiates through every part of your whole body system, which is simply amazing to me. I find this very fascinating. So through our skin, and it continues from down the length of our arms. So when you're being muscle tested and you've got your arm out like this, the old fashioned muscle testing, you don't ever want to close your arms. You want to always, or your hands, you want to always make sure your hands are open, because that energy flows right off the ends of them. And remember that your field, when you stick it out, it's all the way around your arm length. And some people have longer arms, so they've got bigger auras because they're tight, but it's a beautiful. Together with these 2 energies, it creates a vast connection weave of luminestics. So if anybody has ever paid attention to Donna Eden's energy medicine, she does figure 8s all the time. You see, you're doing these, or you doing these. These figure eights are so important patterns that it sustains our life for us. I do this constantly with my middle finger because the middle finger has the most energy, go figure. But remember this, if we've been staring at our computer all day, or we've been reading all day or working all day, and we don't bother giving our eyes a break, and our eyes get tired and so exhausted, do a figure eight around them, or roll your eyes in a figure eight, but do it with your eyes closed because you get dizzy. But you can do this around your whole body. You can even put your hand on top of the other one and go up all the way down to your crotch and back up. And that will also balance your energy as a whole. So you can feel your energy start to be off, and that's when your aura starts to wiggle a little bit. So you want to keep it all together so it keeps you together. It is healthy functioning, and it's essential for you to feel healthy and resilient at all times. And it's so colorful. I pray that you all can see auras because it's amazing to see. So the colors of your aura change constantly, which is even more cooler. And it comes from that way of your different energy that you feel right at that time. So a key thing to know is that if you're experiencing any sensitivity, your aura will be compromised and will need support. So we can support it by balancing the energy this way, or by doing figure eights, or you can do different grounding ones, which we're going to talk about. When the aura is compromised, then every cell is less than it can be. So it is very difficult or even impossible to activate full and radiant health without a healthy aura. Now, I know that sounds strange, but it's so very true. We think it's just inside how our organs and glands work, but it all is coincident together. So if you have any questions, let me know. So the connection, your aura connects you to everything around you. It doesn't matter what it is. It connects you to that chair you're sitting in, to the screen in front of you, to your phone, everything. So it's a vital part of your grounding system. So it connects you up and down and all the way around. So your aura also enlivens your chakras. And in doing so, your aura connects you to your compassion and to your radiance. Because remember just how beautiful you are. Don't ever forget that, ever. So the protection, and we'll talk about the membrane more too, because these auras have membranes in each and every layer. So your aura has a membrane all the way around it that helps to buffer you from the challenge of EMF, bright lights, noise, your microwave, and also from certain people. Now, this is when a rose, if you've ever heard me talk about a permission rose, and I learned this from Mind Valley with Dr. Jeffrey Allen. The permission rose, if you don't like roses, you can use another flower, or you can use whatever you like. Remember, our aura goes around us, whether we sit in the middle, to the right, to the left, whether we're up front in people's faces, or whether we're way laid back. You got to remember that permission rose. And what this permission rose does is allows somebody to come into your aura or not. And if it does not, you don't offer it to them. And if you're releasing something, you can actually take that out and let it poof, and it all escapes. We'll have a discussion about that when we do chakras, but I wanted you to know about that. So the communication, your aura carries information through all your other energy centers. You thought it was the other way, but it's this way, and it's beautiful how it works. So your entire energy system, including your aura, is more finely tuned than ever, thought responsive. It is designed to connect, move upwards, outwards, and downwards. So an ordinary or a really strong flow between your Earth star at your feet and your beautiful sun star above your head. And it's just, if you've ever gone deeply into meditation, you'll know what I'm talking about. So the expansiveness of outward connection is both governed through the heart field itself. The ability to tap into this super conscious is far more heightened, so that it means that it isn't just your immediate environment that your aura is in tuned to. And I'm sure you already know that. So it is the collective and the cosmic too, which is beautiful because we can feel that energy. If you get any movement at all when the moon changes and the tides and the reverberation off of that, you'll know what I mean. For this reason, I think of the call of the empath aura is the expanded consciousness aura. I don't know if you agree with me, but that's just how I feel. So because the sensitivity, because of our connection, we are going to transform the world. Yes, we are, because it is just too painful not to transform it. Because we are the key to the future. We plant seeds, we help other souls, and that soul blooms. And then another soul blooms, and it just keeps passing down the way. So just think of how beautiful your soul is and your aura is. So the empath aura is enlivening and reheartening to the world. Don't ever forget that, which is all fantastic. And it can leave you feeling overwhelmed, unsafe, exhausted, and fragile. But I don't want you to get that way. And if you do, you need to give yourself a timeout and a self-care moment or a few moments, but you need to take care of yourself. So learning how to maintain and nurture and understand your aura is the key to being able to actually live your biggest life. And in doing so is a vital part of human transition. So to be joyful in our intuitive, or to be joyful to being an empath, because some people don't appreciate it and don't like the feeling of being an empath. The connection and protection is everything. So we're going to learn more about that. So grounding. I don't know what you all use for grounding, but let's talk about this. Grounding affects absolutely everything you do with your energy systems and how it can connect and how well and healthy you are and what your vitality is. So when you're grounded, you are energized, you are safe, you are stable, you're nourished by the ground that's standing on. You rest better at night, you sleep, and your immune system is up and you have a healthier immunity. But when you are ungrounded, you are dizzy, you are discombobulated, you can't remember things, you think not so clearly, you can be nauseous, you can be tired. There's several things here that actually came up. I took 3 books together and readings that I've seen to come up with this. So there was so much to bring down. So I hope it's not too much, which means that these symptoms that we just discussed can solidify into a chronic pattern of imbalance, which leads to ill health, disease, and chronic exhaustion. That's why when we talk after a session about our processing time, you need to rest, you need to hydrate, because you can have vivid thoughts, vivid dreams. But some people don't realize that if they do too much, you can be chronically exhausted and you can go into a healing crisis. So it's very important that you do self-care. So ask yourself right now, what are you grounded at? Are you grounded at a 1? Or are you grounded at a 10? Would anybody like to share where they're grounded at? If not, that's cool. No? Okay. 2 ways. There's 3 ways to ground, but there's more than that. So you can imagine when you get up in the morning, how you, before you even put your feet on the floor, you're wrapping yourself in your shield and you're grounding up to the divine, and you plant your feet in the ground where the waters flow and allow yourself to nourish up all those nutrients that are there for you to offer. You can ground right here, and these grounding points right around your little bones here. And it makes your face feel funny when you do it, but you can ground right here. And then you can also do heaven and earth. And this is one of Donna Eden's, where you rise up this way and you point the other hand down, and you got to have it cocked like this. And you breathe in and you hold your breath. And then you come down as you breathe out, and then you go the other way. Now, this is grounding heaven and earth. And that's one way. You do it 3 times, always in 3s. So what grounds you and what ungrounds you? There's 2 different differences here. So this is one practice. Somebody's got a question. Yes, please. Wasn't China what? I'm sorry, need to get a little bit. You can unmute if you like. I mean, the country of China. If you don't have one experiment, oops, just a second. The last question asked was whether you're grounded or you're ungrounded. If you would like to unmute, it might help. If it doesn't, it's all right to unmute. No? So what grounds you and what ungrounds you? When we alone to practice works with more grounding. Let me do this. If you don't have one experiment, do you experiment with your grounding? Do you not experiment with your grounding? A lot of people don't, and they don't even realize that they're ungrounded. If you don't have one, you need to get one. So pretend you like go out. You can imagine where you feel the most safest at. Do you feel safest outside? Do you feel it in the woods, by the ocean, in your bedroom, in a specific room that you have tailored just for your energy? Is that where you feel most grounded at? By doing this, you can train your energetic system to associate the practices with being grounded. Everybody does it a little bit differently. So you do the practice that's best for you. Oh, and it's not going to go. And it just froze on me. Let me see if I can get it to unfreeze. Escape and see if it won't even let me escape. Dave, can you help me here? Let me unstop sharing and let it go back up to here and see if it will let me go. What the heck? Let me see if it'll let me start here and go back through. It's never done that before. Let's see if it'll let me go now. There it goes. So one of the most important aspects of the aura is the membrane. Again, that membrane that surrounds it. We've got to keep that connected. So the health and resiliency of the membrane is vital within itself. Seeing it as a difference between you feeling strong and protected and open, or being too thin, unprotected, and it's hanging on for dear life. And that's where you don't want to be. So in many people, the membrane is severely compromised, unfortunately, and non-existent. And that's where people get into health problems, and meaning the aura has no boundary at all. So even though we're working with aura, you still need to keep your boundaries up. And if you have trouble with boundaries, then we need to talk and get your boundaries up, because anybody can push through, and then you're ungrounded, you're unsafe, your aura is unsafe, if that makes any sense. There it goes. So I want you to imagine your aura. We're going to do a few things here. Imagine you're looking at yourself in a mirror right now. Just close your eyes and just listen to my voice, if you would, please. Imagine yourself, your body, what you see in the mirror right behind your eyelids. And imagine your aura surrounding you, and look at it all. Now, I know it's hard. Just make sure you're breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, take some deep breaths, and just allow your shoulders to drop. And what color would you imagine is the overall color of your aura? Then look to the right and look to the left. Are they different colors? And how different are they? Are they bright? Are they dimmer? Are they more resilient? Do they have diamond shapes? Now look at the top and look at the bottom. Are they any different? And if you can't see them, we're going to practice what's going to be. How many different colors are there, and how dense are they? Remember, we can have numerous colors within our aura. It's just not one color. People, when they start learning to see auras, sometimes can only see one color, but there's many colors. Now, just imagine, if you would, as you're sitting in your position and you're sitting there breathing, think of yourself in a meditative state. Because if we kind of let our imagination go back to that childlike, to where we're just free with imagination, look inside your body, part by part, organ by organ. Imagine what they look like from the inside out. Do you see them vibrating? Do you see the blood coursing through? Do you see the ligaments stretching? The alveoli opening and closing, and your body vibrating. Perhaps you have an imaginary conversation with your chakra and your aura to see if there's anything they may need. Do you need a certain color? Do you need a boost of energy? Do you need a certain food or a certain drink or a certain energy that makes you more vibrant? You may need more love, unconditional love that makes us all just so beautiful. And allow your imagination to go, because we're going to need to keep going. Just allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to be open. Just allow yourself to feel peace and harmony. Now imagine, if you would please, pretend somebody is calling you on the phone right now. Even though you've got the answering machine on and you can hear who it is, I want you to imagine, when somebody calls, what their face looks like. Who will be the next person that calls you? Notice what information comes into you. Do you see a picture of the person in your mind, or do you actually hear their voice? And if you can hear their voice, what color is that voice? What color is that aura? Once you get to practicing, it will be very easy to do, I promise. It doesn't matter which, but the answer will only give you an indication of your primary sense, because they are there. We just need to fine tune them just a little tiny bit. Can you see that person? Can you hear their voice? Can you feel them vibrate? So I want you to listen to yourself, again, with your eyes closed. Focus back on the inside of your body and listen to what you're hearing. For instance, is your stomach rumbling? Is it saying you're hungry, or you may have gas? Or can you hear your heartbeat? Is it regular? Or is it erratic? Or what does that tell you about your body? Is there ringing in your ears? Can you hear a high-pitched hum? Or do you feel just the waves? Everybody's going to be different because we're so unique and beautiful. This exercise helps you to take the time to notice your own inner workings. And if you notice more and more, this will allow you to gather more information about both your own aura and the aura of others. Can you feel it? Does it feel peaceful? I hope so. So this mindfulness, we've all practiced mindfulness, I hope. And this exercise will help you notice how your thoughts influence your actual feelings. So just think again with your eyes closed, a few moments about a time in your life that you would rather forget. Do you feel those energies welling up inside of you? Does it grab your chest? Does it grab your throat? Does it make your mouth water? How do you feel? Now think about something happy and joyful that gives you ecstasy and pleasure. Think about how you're standing or sitting, or how you're feeling right at this very moment, and sit back, sit up, and smile, and notice the difference it feels in your body. The more positive energy we put out, the more enhanced our body will be. And what are the thoughts in your head right now? What do you feel? Are you feeling at peace? Are you feeling wondering? What are you feeling? If anybody wants to share, please do. We are all free here to talk at any time. So there are many ways to sense and to feel your aura. The more you practice, the easier it will become to access that beautiful sixth sense. You will need to be very relaxed, almost like you're in a daydream type of scenario. If you have had any experience with meditation, you can choose one of these methods to go ahead and go forth with it. Oh, good. Ricky says she feels very relaxed. I'm so blessed. That's beautiful. Thank you, Ricky, for sharing. So when you do meditation, always remember to take several deep breaths. Allow yourself to close your eyes and go behind your eyes, and then go back in between your ears and take that energy in between your ears. And then when you go up and back, that is your super subconscious. And when you're in a meditative state, before you go into meditation, you always set an intent. And then when you come into that meditative state, you can ask questions, and the divine will flash those questions across to you, and he will give you the answer every single time. It is very beautiful to do. At first, it's very frightening because you can see, you can feel, you can smell, you can hear, but it's a blessing to you when you can go that far deep. Remember not to go too far up because it gets very cold and your aura will get cold and it will crash back down on you. So I want you to be careful. Remember again, that beautiful imagination that everybody has is so important when you sense auras and trying to heal your aura, because it can be healed. Everybody can be healed back to your original blueprint. So here's another one. Oh, this doggone thing. Now I'm going to have to come back out again and go back to it. And I'm not sure why it's doing this today, but I really love that it's doing this. Oops, let's go here. Okay, let's see if it'll let me transfer it this time. No, of course not. Well, I know what goes up next. So the next part is I want you to imagine a bunch of ribbons or cloth or blankets or whatever your favorite thing is to feel with your fingers. And I want you to imagine, here, we'll just stop screen sharing. I want you to imagine these little things in your fingers. I want you to feel them on your face. I want you to imagine, can you feel with your eyes closed? Can you feel the color? Can you sense what it is within your hands? Can you smell it? Sometimes when our senses get to that point, we can feel each and every point of it. Can you feel it? Can you sense it? If you'd like to share, please do unmute yourself and share if you can feel. It's all right if you can't. You will learn. Pretend, per se, the most easiest way to feel your friend, to feel your aura. And this is how I first learned. Say you have a friend come over and visit with you and say, hey, we're going to practice an aura. So you have them sit across from you and you sit about 10 paces behind them, or in front of them, excuse me. And I want you to have behind them a plain wall. And if you don't have it, then put a white sheet up behind. And then I want you to imagine, just look at them. And I want you to let their face go and you just get breezy and you look between their head and their shoulders. You let your gaze come down just a little bit and stare at them, stare it around their head and watch it get fuzzy. And then pretty soon, here's going to come the colors right back at you. First, you're going to see white, and then you'll see the blues or the reds or the pinks or the greens. They come in several different colors, whether they're pastel or whether they're bright or whether they're got little trickly stars all over them, but you can see it. And it's the most beautiful feeling in the world to see somebody's aura. It's actually rather pleasant. Like Jeffrey's, yours is blue all the way around you, and you've got some red sparks in it. David, yours is green, and you've got orange and yellow in yours. And Ricky, yours is beautiful. It's very bright. You do have some spotches, but it's very bright and beautiful.
That's weird, Cindy, because I saw like a burnt orange and black.
Is that what you're feeling?
That's what I saw when I had my eyes closed.
When you first had your eyes closed, you've got them open now.
Okay.
Esther, yours is very pretty. I love it. It is blue sparkly, and you've got green and orange and even some magenta in there. I love it. You guys are beautiful. Look how gorgeous your souls are. Now that just shows you how beautiful you are. And remember, you take this everywhere you go. So when you change your mood, that beautiful aura is going to change too. So how about that? Did you learn something? I hope so. So since my thing won't go any further, Ricky, please.
Do you think, do you think my splotches are because I've been so sick?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay.
Most
Almost
definitely.
like dark spots where it's trying to
Yeah.
heal.
Right.
Okay.
It looks like mud splattered is what it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you see it, it looks like mud, but it will come back. Don't worry.
I
just
saw
have to
dark
feel those
spots
edges.
too. Yeah, I
You saw dark spots.
I saw like gold and orange and some even red off to the left. But then
Okay,
down
good.
was more like blue, and I don't know. I thought down would be more of the orangey yellow because of the root chakras and such, but not necessarily.
No.
No.
Remember how many beautiful colors we can have. Just think about the whole color wheel and what's in between each color wheel.
Yeah, all those
Think of how many beautiful colors there are. And we can change in any minute, in any vibrant second. And if we've got something, per se, we're all bright and we've got all the beautiful colors and we've got every single one of them, and then somebody comes at us that we're not expecting to come at us, those colors are going to dim and they're going to drop and they're going to be dark.
Just that fast.
That fast.
Okay.
One time, for instance, my husband and I were walking through a grocery store, and I feel energy very heavily. And I could feel 2 aisles away. I said, Dave, I've got to go down this road. This just doesn't feel right. He goes, no, it's okay. I'm right here. It's okay. And I could feel it getting closer and closer and closer. And around the edge came this gentleman, very nice looking gentleman in a suit. He had black rolling off of him. He was very handsome. He was dressed in a suit, but let me tell you, people stepped off and around him. So I wasn't the only one that could not only see, but you could feel that aura.
Wow,
isn't it amazing? So the more you practice, the beautiful it would be. Alyssa, you want me to see what yours looks like? I know yours is blue most of the time. Yours is blue and beautiful. Alyssa, yours is, you've even got purple in there tonight. Let me see what else I can see. Some yellow, some orange. See, I can see your face. Oh, it's beautiful. You've got some green down near your feet and a little bit of light tan. So you're very grounded. So it's good to be grounded into Mother Earth. Don't forget that. Always make sure you do that first thing in the morning. And if you feel yourself sliding just a little bit, come up here and just do this. It doesn't matter if people know what you're doing or not, but it'll ground you right back into where you need to go. Does that make sense? Has anybody ever seen the one that Donna Eden does, Up to Heaven and Earth? You've never seen it. Dave has. He's witnessed it firsthand. It's very beautiful when she does it on stage in front of you. You can see her colors. She's got the most vibrant colors of anybody I've ever seen in my life. It was just, it was such an honor to be able to do that. I'm going to get my master's in Eden Energy Medicine. That's why I'm talking about it, because it's just so beautiful. It's so earthy. It's just, you touch a point and the person will melt. It's amazing. Like if you touch right here on your holler and you put your hand up the side of your head. Now, thank God everybody's sitting. Put your hand here and put your hand here and do several deep breaths, you can feel the energy flow through you. And it can be very enlightening. It can also make you very dizzy. Put the whole palm from your chin all the way up, like your hands reaching up to your crown chakra. And now if you're not in tune real well with your chakras and with your aura, you won't feel it. But the more you practice it, you will. I run my meridians every day, so I'm used to it. When it changes, it goes really quick. Do you feel the energy? Did anybody feel it? Jeff, did you feel it? You can't feel it? We'll practice it. So there's other ways you can feel energy too, but I'll keep you way too long if we go into that. I want to thank you for being present tonight with me. God bless you for coming. Namaste. Thank you. And if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for.
Thank
If you
you.
don't. Oh, you're so very welcome. It is my honor.
Everything.
Oh, you're so very welcome. God bless you.
You
So I will
too.
sign off. Oh, thank you. How about we have a prayer just to close it out with? Is that all right with everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we just want to grant you peace and honor, and we want to thank you for being present with us and teaching us about auras and allowing us to see the beautiful color of everybody's aura. We thank you for your love and your kindness and your directness to bring us together as a whole and allowing each layer, all 7 layers, to be balanced as a whole. We thank you for bringing each soul to us, and thank you for your kindness and your love in each and every moment of the day. God bless and amen. Thank you very much, everybody. Have an
Thank you,
absolutely
Cynthia.
beautiful night. Yes, Alyssa, hon.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, hon. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Good night. Good night, Joe. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.